questions without signs, questions without miracles. What will we eat? Because freedom does not remove hunger. It only changes who you trust to satisfy it. How long will this last? Because waiting is harder than running, and uncertainty feels heavier than chains. Did God bring us here to die? Because when pain returns, we begin to rewrite the story of deliverance. The same God who parted the sea now seemed silent, and silence is terrifying. In Egypt, suffering had a structure. In the wilderness, suffering had no timeline. In Egypt, tomorrow looked predictable. In freedom, tomorrow was unknown. And the people stood there, between memory and promise, between what God had done and what He had not yet explained. They had crossed the sea, but they had not yet learned how to trust God without a miracle. And that is where the real journey begins. Not when the waters part, but when nothing happens. Not when enemies fall, but when hunger rises. Because the wilderness does not mean God is gone. It means God is about to reveal a deeper kind of faith, one that does not depend on spectacle, but on trust. Exodus 16 does not open with praise. It opens with murmuring, not prayer, not worship, not gratitude. Murmuring, a low, restless sound, the sound people make when disappointment has nowhere else to go. The people gathered together, not to lift their hands, but to point fingers, not to praise God, but to accuse Him. They stood before Moses and Aaron and said words so shocking, so painful, so revealing, that they echo through every generation. If only we had died in Egypt. Think about that. These were the same people who cried out for deliverance, the same people who begged God to rescue them from slavery, the same people who walked through the Red Sea on dry ground. Now they wished they had never left. Why? Because hunger has a way of rewriting history. They remembered Egypt, but not the whips. They remembered Egypt, but not the chains. They remembered Egypt, but not the cries of their children. They remembered the bread. They romanticized slavery, because at least slavery felt predictable. Chains were